What's that?
If I'm representing,
I know, you should.
then you don't have a chance at anything written or. If I can't make the big bucks, then I ought to get at least some swag, you know?
Well, we're not using it right now. We were early.
Yeah, we
was
were.
earlier. Yeah.
It's coming. Blue Devils, right there.
Section 5 lacrosse. Tonight, we've got a matchup of perennial powers as Pittsford travels to Victor to open the 2019 season. I'm Ray Sullivan, and I'm joined by Joel Belthaser. And Joel, this feels like a playoff game, but we're getting it in week 1.
Yeah, what a way to start off the season, right? Victor Pittsford. These guys have been waiting for a long time to get going. I'm sure they're ready. I know we're ready, so it should be a great game.
The Blue Devils of Victor are coming off their 5th straight sectional championship and a 4th straight trip to the state title game where they lost a heartbreaker last season to Garden City. Before that, Victor had racked up 3 state titles in a row. Pittsford, on the other hand, is coming off a rare down season, going 9-9 in 2018, but they've got a ton of firepower coming back in 2019, Joel.
Yeah, they got a lot of firepower on the offensive side, a lot of defenders coming back, the return of their starting goalie, so really should see a marked improvement this year for Pittsford. Now, for Victor, on the other hand, they lost a ton of talent, as we all know from last year. A ton of big names moved on and are continuing to play, but they also have a lot of talent as well still on this team, and I think it starts up front with their two leading scorers that are returning, in Joey Pezzamenti and Cam Hay.
Yeah, there's no rebuilding in Victor. It's reloading, typically.
That's right.
These players are going to be christening a brand-new turf field, as you can see tonight at Victor, and that's not the only thing that's new for the Blue Devils. Got some video we want to show you coming up here of a little surprise.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
As you just saw there earlier this week, Victor head coach Jim Andre surprised his players with new yellow helmets. And the reaction was pretty cool, as you saw. Victor traditionally has worn blue helmets, but Coach Andre decided it was time for a change. Here's our national anthem. Okay, time for tonight's starting lineups, and we're going to start with Pittsford. Number 7, Max Murphy on defense. Number 13, Patrick Santa is also on defense. Number 8, Sonny Ambrusia. Number 11, Ryan Dumont. Number 2, Harrison Cross. Number 26, Brecken Catalano gets the start and goal. Number 34, Daniel Maggio. Number 43, Tommy Birmingham. Number 17, Michael Moschetti. And number 9, Jack Wallace. As for your Victor starters, number 19, Joey Pezzamenti. Number 21, Cam Hay. Number 5, Regan Anders. Number 33, Sutton Boland, the senior returning, and his coach describes him as the best defenseman in Section 5. Number 11, Cam Yost. Number 7, Alec Russell. Number 23, Jack LaRue. Number 24, Shea Newell. Number 14, Patrick Carosi. Number 20, Andrew Nicolella. They call him Nico. And number 2, Ben Yakovanis.
Junior, number 19, Joey Pezzamenti.
As we see the home Blue Devils being introduced now.
A senior, number 20, Andrew Nicolella.
And Joel, it's always impressive when you see it, when you're looking at brand new turf for the first time. The colors just pop, and the green is greener, and the yellow and blue is bluer, and it's a pretty good looking field.
Yeah, this field is amazing, and you notice in the end zones too. And we'll pan over in just a second. Is something new for Victor. Traditionally, there's been the blue in the end zones, but this year a new theme. We got yellow helmets, yellow end zones.
Yeah. That was all Jim Andre. Coach Jim Andre wanted to make a change. Felt like his guys needed some a new look, and seems to be pretty popular at this point.
Senior number 11, Cam Yost.
As the teams get ready to shake hands at
number 33, Sutton Boland.
Center field here.
In goal for the Blue Devils, the last line of defense, senior number 10.
We want to tell you tonight's high school lacrosse on Varsity Media is sponsored by O'Brien's Barbershop in Victor for a great cut and great conversation. Come on down to O'Brien's Barbershop at 17 East Main Street in the historic village of Victor.
This is by Mark Foder, Tony Pezzamenti, Todd Thompson. Trainer tonight, Ian.
We're getting close to face-off time here. And the start of the 2019 lacrosse season.
Good luck to both teams in tonight's contest. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, we ask that you please keep all cheering to a positive nature. Please do not
Captain shaking hands.
negative comments towards the players.
Goalie shaking hands and getting ready to get things going here. We got an overcast night. Might be a little rain in the forecast, but right now it is dry, and I'm sure everybody's hoping that it stays that way. But warm conditions from what we've had the last few days, Joel.
Yeah, and even the last few years. This is unseasonably warm for the beginning of the lacrosse season, so I'm sure all the spectators here will take it and the players will take it.
And we will take it too. So we get ready for face-off here. And the start of the 2019 Section 5 high school lacrosse season. Here we go. And Victor wins it right off the draw. Coming in, firing, and scoring. Wow. Regan Enders. What a way to start the season for Victor and for Regan Enders. A clean win off the draw. Right down the center of the field and rips one in. And it's 1-0 Victor.
7 seconds into the season, we have a Victor goal.
That took all of 7 seconds, Joel.
Yeah, that was quick. And, Regan had a good year last year, and you expected him to be strong again this year.
Here we go again. It's Enders against Daniel Maggio for Pittsford. With the Blue Devils striking 7 seconds into the game to make it 1-0.
Can't script the start of your season any better than that, can you?
No, I don't think so. A little bit more of a battle this time at the X. But Victor's going to come away with it again. They control and get ready to set up their offense. Cam Hay working it to the left side of the field. Moving the ball around up top. Shane Newell with it right now. He sets it out back up top. And Victor getting set to run their offense. Newell.
Just trying to keep busy, just wanting to try it, catch and play. Just need to have
Joey Pesmeni now up top. Pittsford playing some close defense here right now. As Victor looks for an opportunity. Shane Newell again putting his shoulder down, looking to make a move inside. Oh, the pass is picked off, and here come the Pittsford Panthers pushing it up the field.
Yeah, good defense there by Pittsford causing that turnover. Victor very calculated, very methodical in their offense, and Pittsford just kind of baited them into that turnover.
Yep, and now the Panthers get their chance. Sonny Ambrusia taking it down low, looking to set up on the left side of the net. 2 men on him, and he gives it up.
because we're offsides.
Back to Harrison Cross.
So it's a 30-second technical anyway. So
And now Ambrusia again.
yeah, they can't call it again.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
So you double the ball. You try to get the ball. Now
Sammy Tomalaris with the ball right now. And he's moved it around to the right side of the field, back behind the net now.
Yeah, that's it.
Panthers looking for an opportunity. Nice move by Harrison Cross spinning, and he's going to give it back to Ambrusia.
Yeah, Harrison Cross, one of those players you got to keep an eye on for Pittsford. Just a sophomore, but a very good scorer. As we see a shot on goal there, nice save.
Yep, nice save there by Liam Haler.
30-second technical.
And I believe there was an offsides from a while ago on Victor, so it'll be a 30-second technical.
Yep, so it'll remain Pittsford ball. If you're just joining us, 1-0 early here on a goal 7 seconds into the game by Victor. As Pittsford sets up again now. Working the ball around up top. Ryan Dumont moves it over to Ambrusia. Back to Dumont. Now they get behind the net. Back to Cross. Out front. Shot goes wide. And Pittsford will retain possession. Dumont let one rip, but it was not even close to the net. Here come the Panthers again. Cross behind the net.
Good defense there. Victor Ben Yakovanis.
Pittsford maintains control. Putting it out up top now again. Tom Alaris moving in, dodging, shooting. Nice save by Haler there.
Yeah, great save. Good reaction there on the low shot.
Senior goaltender trying to fill some big shoes left by Chase Erlin from the last 4 seasons.
Yeah,
He's started off well here.
We talked about losing some talent. It's you lose an All-American goalie, and those are some big shoes to fill.
Yep. Victor taking their time now, setting up. Patrick Carosi with the ball, and he's going to move it back out to the top.
Oh, good save.
Alec Russell let one go there, but Catalana makes the save, and here come the Panthers. Ambrusia. Pittsford working around behind again, behind the net. Ben DiGiovanni now in the game. He's a guy who scored 17 goals last season, so he can put it in the net. Oh! A nice check there, but a great recovery. And a shot on net that goes wide.
Alec Russell with a big check.
Yeah. And Matt Bender went down, but rolled right back up. Here comes Victor now. Looking to set up again. Their senior leader on defense. Joey Pezzamenti setting up behind the net now, where he's very comfortable. Comes around up top. Blue Devils working it over to the left side, staying outside right now, looking for opportunities. Back out up top to Carosi. Back to Carosi. Inside, and that one gets through. It's going to remain Victor Ball. Nope.
Now it's going to go over to Pittsford, yeah.
Thought they were going to get a stick on that ball, but didn't quite get there in time. Went out of bounds. Now, Pezzamenti harassing Catalana, and he's able to get rid of it and forces a turnover, and Victor gets the ball back. Carosi up top. Playing catch with Shane Newell. Now it's Cam Hayden with the ball. Working the middle. Nice looking pass inside. And Catalana comes up with it.
Yeah, dangerous pass there in front of Catalano, but he had good reaction to knock that one away and scoop it back up for Pittsford.
Oh, some nice defense there to force another turnover. And that's Shane Newell. Great two-way player. Puts his shoulder down, and he brings it in to the Pittsford zone to set up the Victor offense. We got a whistle right now. It's like a timeout.
Yeah, Victor's going to call
Victor. Coach Andre.
First timeout.
Decided to give his guys a break, or he saw something he didn't like and wants to talk it over. So, after a really quick start, 7 seconds into the game, Joel, with a goal, things have settled down a little bit here, and both goalies are playing well and have made a couple of big saves.
Yeah, they're getting challenged early. You got to figure there'd be some early season jitters. This is the first game, although they've had a couple scrimmages. This is the first real game action for both these teams, and for a lot of these kids too, making an adjustment to some big time playing time from the years past, especially for Pittsford or for Victor, excuse me.
Yep.
With so many new faces out there in the starting line, so kind of to be expected, but expect the pace to pick up a little bit here.
It's a little unusual for Victor. They've got a lot of upperclassmen who are starting, but these upperclassmen haven't gotten a lot of playing time because the guys before them were winning state championships every year. And so now this is their opportunity to show what they can do and see if they can carry the mantle here.
Yeah, and one thing you notice, too, with all of these new faces for Victor is they're very junior heavy. So these kids are going to get a chance this year and play together next year, and they're going to have a tough unit, for another year as well.
At least.
But as you mentioned, Victor don't regroup, they retool, right?
Yeah, exactly. They reload. They got a fantastic program here in Victor from the youths, the youth leagues on up, and it just keeps feeding into this varsity program that Jim Andre has built. All right, getting ready to get things going again here at Victor's not brand new turf field, but brand new turf on the field. They've had a turf field before, but it was just replaced in the off season, and tonight is the first game being played on it. Joey Pezzamenti is going to start things for the Blue Devils. He works it around behind the net. Got Cam Hay back there with him, but he's hanging on to it. Pezzamenti working it around out front, all the way back up top. And he moves it over to Jack LaRue. Nico Nicolella now working it up top. He sends it over to Alec Russell. Russell looking for an opening. Carosi. And back out to Russell. Then back over to Jack LaRue now. And a bad pass by LaRue, and that's a turnover. And Pittsford will have possession here. Victor didn't look too comfortable in that set.
No, they didn't. And, again, maybe some early season jitters, but got a lot of unforced turnovers so far on both sides.
And let's give credit to the Pittsford defense, too. They're packed in there, and they're not letting guys get open down there either. So, Panthers on the attack now. As they work it down the left side and back behind the net. Harrison Cross with the ball. He moves it out up top. And Brugia spinning, trying to find some room to get a shot off. Working it left-handed, switching back to the right. Does get a shot off. And I couldn't tell if that was Haler getting a piece of it or if it hit the pipe. It came out very quickly after that shot.
Yeah, it did. I couldn't tell myself.
There's another shot.
Oh, good save.
And that was a save.
Nice save.
A heck of a save by Liam Haler. And he has stood up to everything that's been fired at him so far tonight.
Yeah, and that really was a good shot. A little high-to-low shot from Max Murphy, but just a better save.
Pittsford retains possession. They'll start with the ball up top in Brugia. Not a lot of movement down there in Pittsford right now. They're kind of waiting. Looks like they're waiting for Imbruglia to get shot off. He does. And Handler's there again. Pushing the ball up the field. Dangerous pass, but they got away with it. And Victor is going to hang on to the ball here. Keep possession. Cam Hay with the ball.
Got to get in and get a touch.
That's Pezzamenti.
Yeah, it's going to get whistled.
Yep, and a turnover. Didn't get it down low. Pittsford on the move now. A shot and another save by Haller.
Nice job, Liam.
Great job.
Well, we talked about some big shoes to fill. He's living up to it so far. Great game.
He's the same size as Chase is right now, that's for sure. As Victor gets ready to set up. Patrick Carosi with it, and he's going to give it back to... Oh, he's going to get it back. Carosi working the ball up top. Ball loose in the middle. And Carosi comes up with it. Oh! Tries to feed the middle. It goes wide. And that's going to be a turnover.
So we're just under a minute to go here in this opening quarter with Victor with the 1-0 lead and scored right out of the gate. It's been all defense since.
Yep. 7 seconds in, we had our first goal, and we haven't had another one since. Pittsford on the attack now. Harrison Cross behind the net. They work it back around up top. Imbruglia once again. They're going to let the clock run down and get one last shot here. He moves it around to Ben DiGiovanni. And Sammy Tomalaris is up top. He gets the ball back. Got 15 seconds to go here. And here come the Panthers. Tomalaris looking for an opportunity. Gets it back over to DiGiovanni. Looking for an opportunity to shoot. Not finding one. Some great defense here. Finally lets one go. Didn't get much on it. And Liam Haler was there to make a maybe his easiest save of the night, actually. But he'll get credit for it. And that's the end of the first quarter. After 7 seconds in getting our first goal, it stayed that way the rest of the way. Joel, and 1-0 after one quarter. Victor leading Pittsford.
Yeah, a lot of good defense. As you mentioned before, some good play from both goalies. And some good chances for Victor. I think Pittsford will start settling in a little bit more and start getting some of those looks as well. But, kind of what we expect from Victor Pittsford. A defensive battle. It's always close. And, it usually comes down to the final quarter play.
And the offense is, for both teams, I'm sure, just trying to get comfortable, get settled in this first game, and I've got a feeling we're going to see plenty of goals here tonight. But they're just taking their time, kind of getting used to their sets and playing with each other in a real game.
Well, we are going to pause for just a few seconds, and we will be back for second quarter play here from Victor High School.
Welcome back, everybody. And we want to remind you that tonight's high school lacrosse on Varsity Media is sponsored by O'Brien's Barbershop in Victor. For a great cut and great conversation, come on down to O'Brien's Barbershop at 17 East Main Street in the village of Victor. As we get ready to start second quarter action here, Victor leading 1-0 over Pittsford. Ball being placed. And we're getting ready for action again. Regan Enders looked like he had won it for Victor. And he did. So Victor will take possession and get ready to set up their offense here. Patrick Carosi up top. He gets it over to Cam Hay. Hay setting up down low. Getting more aggressive here, it looks like. And nice defense by Pittsford there to cut him off. Shea Newell with the ball and back over as they work it around to Patrick Carosi on the left side now. Carosi back over to Joey Pezzamenti. Pezzamenti content to move around back and set up behind the goal. That Pittsford defense just not going to give him very much room. And he takes it back out up top, putting his shoulder in now, trying to create a little space for himself. They're double teaming him. Ball down low now, a nice pass, another shot, and just wide. Victor keeps possession.
That was a good feed, and Jack LaRue just a little bit wide of the goal there.
Loose ball now. Pittsford scoops it up. And here come the Panthers. They're going to slow it down here and get their offense set up. Ooh, looked like it was a dangerous pass, but I guess it wasn't. Oh, a nice move and a shot by Ambrusia. But another save by Haler.
Yeah, great move there by Sonny, and a good save.
Loose ball right now. Scramble for it. And Victor is able to scoop it up. Nice work by Shane Newell there with the ball on the ground. Pezzamenti with a nice pass into the middle to Alec Russell, but he couldn't handle it. Another loose ball down behind the net. Pittsford comes away with it as they push it up the field.
This Pittsford defense is just tough. They are just playing lockdown defense so far.
There's no room out there. Oh, another loose ball now. Got a little. And we're going to get a push on Victor there. So Pittsford keeps possession. Here's Tom Alaris now up top. Panthers getting players on and off the field and getting ready to set up their offense.
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight for the inaugural Varsity Media live stream here on YouTube for lacrosse. First of 15 games this year, so looking forward to a great season of Section 5 lacrosse.
We couldn't have started it any better way.
Yeah, I can't.
Than with Victor Pittsford.
Can't really pick a better game to start with. You're right.
Tom Alaris working it back up to Nathan Stroff. Stroff getting down low, and he gives it up. Into the middle. A shot, and another save by Haler.
Wow.
Liam Haler is putting together a game. Here come Victor on the attack.
Oh, we had to give it go.
Cam Hay working around behind the net now. He's being guarded closely. Victor getting their offensive players into the game. Hay behind the net. Looking out front. Makes a pass. Couldn't quite handle it there. And Pittsford's going to come away with the ball. Nice pass there to clear.
Yeah, great clear by Pittsford there.
And here come the Panthers. Tom Alaris. Ooh, looked like he had a little bit of room there on his left, but he decided to pull it out and get things set up here. He moves around up top to Nathan Stroff. Stroff is going to come off the field now.
Nate Stroff, part of that Pittsford Mendon basketball team with a run to the state championship game.
Yeah, you're probably hearing a lot of familiar names.
Yeah, look up and down the roster. You see a lot of basketball players.
Yeah, basketball players, hockey players from both teams. These kids are great athletes, and they don't just play one sport. Here comes Pittsford again. Ambrusia working his way in. He fires. And there's Liam Haler again. Sutton Boland all the way in, gets the shot off, and Catalana makes the save on him. Sutton Boland is that senior captain on defense, and he had a clear run. They just didn't, nobody ever came up to him. Panthers are back.
Oh, what a shot.
Finally, what a shot. That is Harrison Cross ripping one in to tie it up. 1-1 with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And the Panthers get on the board for the first time in 2019.
Yeah, just great transition there by Pittsford, getting down the field, and just a great shot that Haler had no chance at that one.
And it all started at the other end with Brecken Catalano making a nice save. And then they got the ball up the field very, very quickly.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Liam Haler, but yeah, you're right. Brecken Catalano's playing a great game so far as well.
Yep, absolutely. And Harrison Cross is able to convert at the other end, so we are all tied up at 1. Ball at the X now. Ref setting, and here we go. Victor scoops it up, and they get ready to set up their offense. Oh, bad pass there, and Pittsford's going to come away with it. Things a little bit sloppy here, but, first game that's not unexpected.
There's Sutton Boland coming away with that.
Yep, scooping it up. He's looking for some help, and he finds it. Over to Shane Newell. Shane Newell with a little bit of room, but he's going to pull it out and take his time and get things set up again for Victor. Patrick Carosi up top with the ball. Back over to Newell. Victor working around up top right now. Looking for any kind of opening, and they have not come very often. And there's another turnover by Victor. A little bit sloppy out there. Pittsford coming on and working in. That's Ambrusia. Spinning, looking for an opening. Can't quite find one. He's going to pull it back out. Ball gets swung around to the left-hand side. Back up top. They're going to work it back out to Sammy Tomalaris and take their time and get things set up.
Yeah, Sonny Ambrusia committed to Binghamton already. We'll talk about some of these kids and where the ones that have made announcements of where they're going to be playing are going to be playing college lacrosse and next year and a couple seasons as well.
And there's plenty of them.
And there is.
DiGiovanni now working, and he lets one go with the left-handed shot. Haler got a piece of that. Here it comes again. And that one's wide, so Pittsford is going to keep possession.
DiGiovanni, another one of those players, headed to Dartmouth in a couple of years to play.
And Harris Cross bounces one in, came from behind the net, and makes it 2-1 Pittsford. I think he might have caught Liam Haler a little off guard there, and he bounced it past him, went high to low, and it bounced in. And 4:37 left in the second quarter, and it's 2-1 Pittsford now, Joel.
Yeah, great response by Pittsford after that slow opening quarter. They've really stepped things up here in the second period.
Yeah, they sure have, and they seem to have a little bit of momentum right now on offense, and we'll see what Victor can do to answer here.
Playing really good defense, solid defense the whole game, forcing turnovers, and now they're starting to get those opportunities.
We're set at the X.
And now they're winning faceoffs.
Yep. Nope, we got a whistle here. Oh, Pittsford got possession, called timeout. So with 4:33 left to go in the second quarter, It's Pittsford 2-1 over Victor here at the Victor High School campus. Beautiful campus here at Victor High School. All of the schools, elementary or kindergarten all the way up through high school, all in one campus. And just a great place, great looking campus, and a great place for kids to be able to go to school.
No, absolutely. I want to take a look at the coaching spotlight for tonight. So we pull up information first for Victor, head coach Jim Andre.
Yep, Jim Andre, and Jim is in his 7th year as a head coach of the Victor program. He has, and we mentioned it earlier, he has 5 straight Section 5 titles. He's gone to 4 straight state title games. They lost a heartbreaker last year.
Yeah.
But in his 7 seasons, he has racked up 3 state titles, and those 3 came in succession, all in a row.
Yeah.
So he's off to a great career with 110 and 18 career mark right now.
Yeah, that's quite a record so far with many more games to go.
All right, timeout's over. Getting ready to get back to action here. And it's going to be Pittsford ball with 4:33 left in the first half. And the Panthers with a 2-1 lead over the Victor Blue Devils. Sammy Tomalaris will start with the ball up top for Pittsford. And here we go. He moves it over to Nathan Stroth. As Pittsford works it back down low, Harrison Cross behind the net. He moves it over to the left-hand side of the field. Back up top to Tomalaris now. Stroff taking his time, looking for an opportunity. Pittsford looks pretty content to hang on to this ball right now, Joel.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a slower pace. Leaning on their defense to make plays and take advantage of the opportunities they get on offense.
Get the ball down low.
Like
There's
that.
a quick shot. And another goal by Pittsford. That's Ryan Dumont going low to high with just a rocket that got past Haler, and it's 3-1 Pittsford.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Not really much of a chance for Haler there at point-blank range. So all of a sudden, just like that, Pittsford with a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, this has happened quickly, and I think Victor might be a little bit stunned by this right now. 3:49 left, 3-1 Pittsford now, and 3:49 left in the first half. As we get ready for the face-off. Daniel Maggio, I believe, for Pittsford. And Victor's going to control it.
Now, we talked about the success of, Victor over
Another
the years.
turnover here, Joel. Boy, just a great play there.
They are forcing a lot of turnovers.
That was by Jack Wallace. He just took it right out of the air. Now Victor playing some tough defense. Loose ball, but it's going to stay Pittsford ball. And here come the Panthers again. Tomalaris up top.
Yeah, I was going to say we talked about the success of Victor, in the recent years. Pittsford, even with a 9-9 year last year, still 44-14 in their last 3 seasons. So that's pretty good.
And that's why I called a 500 record a
Right.
down season for that program. Doesn't happen very often. Panthers staying out on the perimeter right now. Content with the 2-goal lead, it seems like right now, to really take their time and look for good opportunities. Tomalaris calling for the ball up top.
Yeah, they're really slowing this pace down.
There's definitely not as much glare on that's for sure. We were talking about that. Not as much glare on the turf.
Almost certain that was a strategy of Coach Andrew Whipple.
Makes sense. You've got the momentum. No reason to give Victor any opportunities. Hang on to the ball, work it until you get a good shot off. Pittsford working around back now of the net. Danny Judge with the ball. Looking to make a move.
I believe Danny Judge, the hero of that Pittsford hockey team.
Yes,
sectional championship.
So I was surprised myself for Delaware across it. Now that I'm seeing how they're using it and he's playing.
Oh, good
Hey,
defense.
Stroff, good defense there. That's Ben Yakovanis forcing a turnover, and it's going to be Victor Ball. Nice job by Yakovanis there.
Yeah, good close defense there.
Not sure what the whistle was for.
Yeah.
Yakovanis was talking to the ref like there was something wrong, but Victor retains possession. Boy, that pass almost got away too, but here come the Blue Devils on the attack. Stick up high to Patrick Carosi, but he keeps possession. Fans yelling for
looking for a flag.
whistle there, but they didn't get it. Ball's up top to Jack LaRue now. He sends it over to Alec Russell. Oh, there's a shot. And a save by Catalana. Victor working around left. Great pass down low. And a goal for Victor. Patrick Carosi with a great catch and getting off a great shot to bounce one in past Catalano. And it's a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, that was a great feed and a great finish down low and a penalty to boot on top of it. But it cuts that lead to 3-2.
With just 51 seconds left to go. Those are killers when you give up a goal that late in a half, inside a minute.
Yeah, really fast-moving first half of play here, too.
Yeah, very few whistles.
Not a lot of whistles. Obviously low-scoring game. Good defensive battle here.
Well, we're going to see the pace pick up pretty quick right here with 51 seconds left to go, Joel.
Yep.
Whoever wins this. Here we go at the X.
Good face-off win there by Regan. He's
Victor
a true Fogo.
controlling. Joey Pezzamenti running the offense, and Jim Andre is going to get a timeout with 38 seconds left to go in the first half here. Set up a play. Maybe get a chance at a tying goal here. And while we've got a break here, we had talked about Coach Jim Andre. His counterpart tonight is Andrew Whipple, and he is in his 15th season at Pittsford. He has 5 Class A titles under his belt. We told you this was a perennial power matchup tonight, and that's what you've got. 5 Class A sectional titles and a career record of 176 wins and 84 losses. So Andrew Whipple has done nothing but win at Pittsford.
Yeah, combined 8 sectional titles between the two schools. I think in the last 8 seasons, as we pull those up as well and take a look, that's pretty incredible. I mean,
yeah, those are 2 dominant programs, and there was only 1 year where they were in Class A together, I believe. So they don't meet in the sectionals. But boy, there's a lot of people that might like to see that happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there was a 1-year overlap, and you see them meet in a regular season. You'd like to see them meet up for a sectional final.
Absolutely. So 38 seconds left to go here as we get ready to get back to action. Victor has the ball. 38 seconds left. 3-2 Pittsford right now. And Joey Pezzamenti is going to start it on the left side of the goal. And here we go. Being guarded closely. Pezzamenti working in the middle. There's Carosi behind the net. Came out front and got a shot off, but it went wide. Victor's going to keep possession with 25 seconds left to go. Here come the Blue Devils. Cam Hay behind the net now, working out front. Up top. Firing, and that goes wide. 16 seconds left to go here.
Getting a couple more chances.
Yes, they are. Joey Pezzamenti. And now we got a timeout, I believe, by Andrew Whipple in Pittsford. So 16 seconds left to go. 3-2 Pittsford in the first half. And the action has picked up. It was a slow, believe it or not, after one goal, the first goal 7 seconds into the first quarter. It was a pretty slow quarter and a half after that.
It was.
But things have picked up here in the last 6 minutes of this second quarter.
Yeah, 1-0 after a few seconds, and then all of a sudden no scoring and a flurry here, a flurry of 3 goals. So Pittsford jumped out to the 3-1 lead. Victor cut it in half with the goal here just in the last couple minutes, and now has one more chance to tie this thing up before half.
And Pittsford continues to play tough defense. Victor's fighting for every shot that they get, and just in this last possession, getting 2 shots off, 2 good opportunities. It's the first time they've seen any kind of room at all. And the goal that they scored to make it 3-2 came on a great pass down low in tight defense.
Yeah.
So the Panthers defense has done a great job here tonight so far.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the strong suits of this team. You know, they got a lot of returners on offense, but you know, this defense, like you said, has just been locked down. I mean, Victor just hasn't had the opportunities that you normally see a Victor team with.
Well, we'll see if they can do it for 16 more seconds here and take a 1-goal lead into the break. Joey Pezzamenti's going to start with the ball behind the net. He's back there with Cam Hay. Pezzamenti working his way out front. He gets off a shot, and he scores. Weren't sure there for a second, but it got in. He snuck one past Catalano, fired it high-low, and it got past Catalano. And he's tied the game up with 8 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah, that's a big-time answer right there by Pezzamenti to tie this thing up. I mean, that's a huge momentum shift, certainly heading into halftime.
Oh, 2 goals in the last minute of the half. That is a huge goal by Joey Pezzamenti and a great shot. And he didn't have a lot of room. He just used his body to keep his defender away from him and give him just enough room to let him fire that right-handed shot into the back of the net.
Yep.
Here's a face-off again. Ender's winning it again. Loose ball, and we're going to get to the half here without any more goals, I believe. Yes. So, after one half of play, we have a tie game. That seems like pretty much what we might have expected, actually, Joel.
It seems
3-3
right
here after 2 quarters of play. And I don't think that we saw anything that surprised us too much. We got 2, like you mentioned, 2 great defensive teams playing shutdown defense in their end, and obviously some talented offensive players that got opportunities. And when it mattered, the Blue Devils were able to take advantage here in the last minute with a couple of goals late.
Yeah, I mean, it's Victor Pittsford. This is what you expect to see. This is what you usually see. I think for Pittsford, great answer after that tough start, scoring 6 seconds into the game. They really turned it around. Defense has played consistently the whole game so far, and they got some opportunities there in the second period. And for Victor, fast start. They're really still probably trying to find their identity, really, with all these new players and see who's going to kind of step up into these roles along with Pezzamenti and Hay.
And you mentioned something that's very interesting. Victor scores 7 seconds into the game. A team with a bunch of kids who haven't played very much, with not a lot of experience, might have actually let that get to them. But this veteran Pittsford team settled right in, they played some tough defense for the next, as we mentioned, quarter and a half, and shut down this Victor offense.
So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to be joined in a few minutes by special guest, head athletic director here at Victor High School.
We'll talk some lacrosse with him as we count down at halftime here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Tonight's high school lacrosse on Varsity Media is sponsored by O'Brien's Barbershop in Victor. For a great cut and great conversation, come on down to O'Brien's Barbershop at 17 East Main Street in the historic village of Victor. And welcome back, everybody. We've got a 3-3 tie between Victor and Pittsford here at halftime. And right now, we're being joined by, as we mentioned, a special guest, the new athletic director at Victor High School, Dewey Weimer. And Dewey, welcome. Glad to have you up here with us.
Well, new, 8 months in, and it's been exciting every month, every day, something new. It's exciting to look out there in the middle of the field, see the new logo. We got our colors out there, and last 45 seconds was good going into that half, let me tell you that much.
Yeah, I got a feeling that made you happy. A couple of goals inside a minute, and that's a great way to grab momentum and a great way to take it from the other team.
Exactly. The coaches were nervous going into this one, to be honest with you. It's hard going into that first game of the season with a rival team, but we wouldn't want to have it any other way being under our lights on our turf. So we're excited, and hopefully the second half, we keep this momentum going.
Well, I got news for you. Your head coach, Jim Andre, is nervous before every game. At least that's what he tells everybody.
That's probably the case.
So, you came from Central New York, where you were at Vernon Verona Sherrill School
Correct.
District.
Yeah.
And what's the adjustment been like for you? What's been the biggest difference?
Well, I'm a Section 5 guy. I grew up in Lyon, so I'm pretty familiar with Section 5. And I've been out at I was out at VVS for 16 years, Class B school, a big wrestling football community. And when the opportunity to come back out to Section 5 was available, I jumped on it. And when I knew it was Victor, and I knew that it'd be big shoes to fill for Ron Wickham, but I'm up to the challenge, and it's been great ever since. The head coaches are all stars. The kids are phenomenal. To see them working all year in the weight room, off season, and then all that sweat equity on the field is unbelievable, to say the least.
And one of the things that impresses me the most about Victor athletes, and I don't know if you had this at VVS in this day and age of specialty athletes and everything, there are so many kids out here who play other sports and contribute to other teams at this school.
Yeah, we really push the three-sport athlete philosophy, and that's not just coming from my office, but that's coming from all the coaches. The parents are really proud of that three-sport athlete mentality.
And it's worked pretty well for this school district with the number of sectional championships and state championships across the board in all kinds of sports.
Yep, we're proud of that. We're proud of it for sure. And when it comes to what we're celebrating, it's our academic prowess as well as our athletic prowess. And being a three-sport athlete is really the cherry on the top for sure.
So this has been kind of a homecoming for you. You were gone away for a while, like you said, 16 years, but you still have family in the area?
Yeah, my brother's a football coach over at Brighton, so he's in the Rochester City teaching system. My sister teaches over at Penfield. She lives in Canandaigua, so there's some bad blood there right away with Canandaigua and Victor. But my family's still in the area, so it's been great.
Well, you're going to have some good rivals and some good talk around the dinner table at holidays.
Easter's coming up, and I'm sure right off the bat, Canandaigua Victor will be on the conversation.
You want to stick around and watch a little lacrosse with me here for a couple minutes?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So we've got a 3-3 tie as we get ready to start the second half here at Victor High School. Pittsford taking on Victor in just a classic matchup for week one. Couldn't have asked for a better opening game, Dewey.
No. Well, from my standpoint, it's great for the fans, but from my standpoint, the nerves are I'm feeling from Jim Andre as well.
Well, he's got enough for everybody around here. All right, here we go. Getting ready to start things off. And Victor is going to take control right off the bat here. And here come the Blue Devils again. Working the ball around behind the net. Getting the offense set up here. Jack LaRue is going to get it around behind the net. Working the perimeter a little bit more here than we saw in the first half. Cam Hay working up top, looking for some room to work. Gets it down low. Quick shot. It goes wide, but Victor will retain possession. Joey Pezzamenti setting up behind. Another shot. Lost you there for a second, folks. Sorry about that. Had a little trouble with my mic. Victor keeps possession. Cam Hay with the ball behind the net. And the Blue Devils looking to get things going here, but the refs are going to hold things up here for a second.
One thing that's been a big change for me at VVS, I think I had 3 Division I signees in 3 or 4 years. Here at Victor, we're at 14 within the first 8 months.
Yeah, and you'll get used to that. That's pretty much the way it is. And Victor's going to turn the ball over there, so Pittsford is going to take possession for their first possession of the second half. Victor keeping the pressure on here a little bit, putting a press on. Pittsford's able to clear, and they've got some room now. Tom Alosi is going to bring the ball down. Imbrugia behind the net. Loose ball, and it's going to stay with Pittsford. Imbrugia is going to get it over to Harrison Cross. And now they move it around up top. Back down low again. Cross is going to come out. Bender. Look at him move. Man, he is small and he is quick.
I don't know if you noticed as well, but the boys are wearing the gold helmets this year too.
Oh, we talked about it at the top of the our webcast, and we showed the video of Coach Andre presenting them to him, and it was tough to tell who was wearing that helmet.
That was
as he
me.
walked out.
I was banging on the door trying to get out to show the boys, but that was a lot of fun. It was exciting.
You look pretty comfortable in that helmet.
It was tight. It was a tight helmet.
Shot goes wide. Pittsford shot goes wide, but they're going to retain possession here. 9:37 left to go in the third quarter, and we've got a 3-3 tie here. Oh, and it's going to be a turnover by Pittsford up top. And here comes Victor now. Getting their offensive players into the zone. Pezzamenti behind the net. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that is Nico Nicolella back there. Now Carosi. And they work it back out up top. Patrick Carosi being checked, looking for room. Gets a shot off. Boy, and a nice save right there by Brecken Catalano. And it was a nice shot by Carosi. But here come the Panthers. Pushing the ball up the field. Going to get a good look at his shot. And I think that Joey Pezzamenti might have gotten a stick on that as a defender and was able to redirect that ball, and they were not able to get that shot on net. Pittsford's going to keep possession here. Imbrugia behind the net, working hard. Now comes out front. And he just fires one high over the net. Pittsford's going to keep it. Here comes the Panthers now. Harrison Cross with the ball, and he's going to turn it over. He gives it up. And a nice play by Ben Yakimanis to scoop up the loose ball there and clear it. Victor pushing it up the field. And they're going to settle down here and get their offense set up. Still 3-3. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter here. At Victor High School. Cam Hay now working from the top. Trying to work his way down the alley, but he gets turned away. Down to his knees and back up again. It's a good thing that brand new turf is probably nice and soft for that.
Bounced right up from it.
Oh, ball's going to stay with Victor. Pittsford looked like they thought maybe they were going their way.
We got a lot of young guys out there, and the nice thing is they have a lot of the big game experience. But these pregame or these preseason jitters, it's good to get them out right now for sure. Looking forward to a long season.
Yeah, and with this Victor team, Dewey, you've got guys who are upperclassmen, but they haven't had a ton of playing experience because of the guys before them were winning state titles.
Exactly.
Victor controlling the ball now. Joey Pezzamenti on the far side of the field, behind the net, switches back to the left hand. Looks like he's going to try and come around the net, puts the brakes on, spins it out front. Pretty sure that went off of the back of his helmet. And Victor hangs on to it. Ball comes out top now. Shea Newell with it. Looking in the middle, and there's a quick shot and a nice save by Catalano. And Pittsford is going to come away with it here on a break, I think. Maybe not. Nope, they turn it over, and Victor regains possession. Nice job on the ground ball there by Nico Nicolella, scooping that up and keeping possession for the Blue Devils.
Been some amazing saves on both ends of the field tonight.
Boy, the goalies have been tough, haven't they?
Oh, my gosh.
You might have expected it from Catalano, who was their starter last year as well, but man, Liam has done a fantastic job.
He stepped up, and we all know he had big shoes to fill, and he's stepping up to the challenge for sure.
Absolutely. Joey Pezzamenti working it out up top. Another errant pass there, and that's going to be a turnover. So Panthers are going to be on the attack here, and here they come. Looking for numbers. They're going to get a shot off. I think defender maybe got a piece of that or got a stick in front of it. And Liam Haler was able to guide that up and over the net. Pittsford's going to retain possession here. They work it out up top and get their offense set up. Tom Alaris looking to get the ball back, and Brugia. And Matt Bender up there. He's a little guy, but man, he is quick. Here comes Bender. Looking to create some space for himself. He's going to send it back behind the net to Harrison Cross. They move the ball back out up top. Tom Alaris again. Working off of the left shoulder, spinning. But Victor's defense is all over him. Not going to give him that opportunity. Got a whistle here. Maybe a penalty. Yep, got to stick to the helmet.
There hasn't really been many penalties this whole game.
And we mentioned it in the first half. There weren't that many whistles.
No.
That was a quick first half. So Pittsford is going to be on the man advantage here when the refs blow the whistle and start play. And here we go. So an opportunity for Pittsford with a man up. Taking their time up top. Starting to press the ball down closer and closer. Going to move it around behind the net to Cross. Cross looking out front, and it's going to be a loose ball. And Pittsford. Tom Alaris is going to retain possession there and scoop up that ground ball. Back behind the net to Cross again. Not a lot of space, and a great pass out front, and a great save by Liam Haler, and another beautiful save by Haler right there. And here come the Blue Devils on the attack. Ben Yakovanis is going to go all the way in, and Catalana stands up to it. Loose ball again. Victor comes away with it. Back out up top to Joey Pezzamenti. And now they're going to settle it down and get things set up. Great play by Ben Yakovanis there to go the length of the field, and Pittsford decided they didn't want to cover him.
Liam's doing a great job just stepping out and making contact with the ball as early as possible.
Boy, and he's made saves high, made saves low. They just haven't been able to figure out either one of these goalies, I don't think. At the other end, Catalano made a great save to stop Yakovanis. As Victor sets up their offense, Jack LaRue working it. He goes down again. Keeps control. Shea Newell, far side now. Back around behind the net to Pezzamenti. He circles out front. Oh, sorry, again, it's Nico Nicolella again. These guys keep catching me. Cam Hay looking for some room. Nice pass in the middle to Carosi. And Catalano is able to make that save, and now we have a penalty, it looks like, on Pittsford. Ref stop play. And it looks like the Blue Devils are going to go into the man advantage here, man-up advantage. So 2:27 left to play in the third quarter, 3-3 still. After a flurry of goals at the end of the first half, Dewey, this has been a defensive quarter.
Here we go again. I mean, first 7 seconds, goal, and then 90% of the first half is all defense, and here we are again.
Yep. Probably not too surprising for the first game of the year. The defense has settled in, and offenses are trying to find their way. Pezzamenti behind the net now, trying to shake his defender, spinning around to the right side of the goal, working off of his shoulder, gets a quick shot off, and he scores.
There we go.
Pezzamenti bouncing one in past Catalano to give Victor a 4-3 lead.
He had to work for that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, Joey was able to put his shoulder down, create just enough space for himself, and he was able to bounce one past Brecken Catalano and give Victor its first lead since 7 seconds into the game when they scored that first goal. They hung on to it for a while, but they were down 3-1 late in the second half. Came back to tie it up, and now they get the lead back with 2:05 left to go in the third quarter here. And Dewey, we want to thank you for hanging out with us and spending so much time with us up here. Good luck with the rest of your first year here, and we'll see you again, I'm sure, up in the booth.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you guys being here. This has been a great partnership with Varsity Media, so I think you got us on schedule for a few more, so we'll see you in the future.
Oh, we'll be
sure.
back again. We will be back again.
Thank you very much.
Dewey Weimer, the new athletic director, first-year athletic director at Victor here joining us, and we appreciate that. As we get under 2 minutes here now in the third quarter, Victor up 4-3. And the Blue Devils have possession. Getting the offense set up. Patrick Carosi playing catch. Cam Hay on the far side, and he gets it back over to Alec Russell. Hay down low. Rotating. Carosi down low. Tried to get it to Russell, and that's going to be a turnover. And Pittsford is going to take possession. Victor still putting the pressure on in their offensive zone, but the Panthers are able to break that and get it into their offensive zone. Nice job by Michael Moschetti there to work that ball down the field and clear it. As the Panthers set up their offense, looking for the game tire here as we're under a minute left to play, 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Pittsford setting up. They move it down low to the left side of the goal. And Brugia Tom Alaris up top now. Looking for the last shot of the quarter here. Here comes Tom Alaris down the alley. He lets one rip and he scores. A great shot by Sammy Tom Alaris. And we've got a tie game 4-4, Joel.
Yeah, great response there by Pittsford with 11 seconds to go. Tying this game up, and back and forth we go. Very entertaining game.
Going to be a heck of a fourth quarter. Still got 11 seconds left to go in this one, though, and the way the second quarter ended, you never know. There's plenty of time for one of these teams to maybe sneak another one in. But just a great shot by Sammy Tomalaris. He started out up top, worked his way down the right side, and was able to get a rocket of a shot off and go low and get one past Liam Haler, which has not been easy tonight.
No, that was a tough one to stop. That was just well placed.
Face off here now with 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. We've got a 4-4 tie. And here comes Regan right off the bat, just like the beginning of the game. He's going to get a shot off, and he's going to score.
We just talked about it.
What a great goal. Wow. Regan Enders, coast to coast, to give Victor a 5-4 lead with 4 seconds left to go.
Wow. That's really all you could say. I mean, it was like a mirror of the very first play of the game.
It looked like an instant replay of the first 7 seconds of the game. Well, you don't want to say there's not much time left, not with these two teams. Almost 5 seconds left to go. 4.9 seconds left. We're going to have another face-off, and let's see what happens here. Victor just taking a 5-4 lead with just under 5 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And that one's going to get tied up, and that's going to be it for the end of the third quarter. Boy, these two teams are content to just be conservative when they're at the beginning of the quarter and take it right down to the end of each quarter, and then they turn it on.
Yeah, it's like they're just holding back. They're teasing the other team, waiting to score at the end. But
I don't think that's really what it is, but that's the way it's worked out so far.
So if you like a lot of scoring, you're probably not going to like this game. But if you like two really good teams going at it, good offensively and defensively all around, then this has been a great game.
Boy, and two great performances by both goalies. Even though we're talking about a couple of quick goals here at the end, these goalies have given it everything they've got. They've kept their teams in this game, respectively. Both Brecken Catalano for Pittsford and Liam Haler for Victor. And Liam is a first-year starter.
Yeah, he's played a heck of a game for his first game, first varsity game. And while we have a few seconds, I want to take a look at some of our upcoming live streams. Coming up a week from today, we're going to be right back here at Victor as the Hilton Cadets come in, and then following that, the third for Victor against Thomas, and then you see a whole bunch more games throughout the season. We got some boys games, we got some girls games, we got games all over Section 5. So we really hope you can tune in and watch the rest of these streams, and make sure you subscribe to the Varsity Media YouTube channel to get the first notifications of all our live streams as well as all our other videos.
Just a great lineup of games, and we're really excited to be a part of it. And we're looking forward to bringing you some great high school lacrosse this season. You've got some fantastic athletes in Section 5 here, and as you're seeing tonight, all over Section 5. We've got kids that go play D1, D3, and so it's fun to watch and hopefully entertaining for our viewers, which I can promise you it is. All right, we get ready to start the fourth quarter here. Ref's getting the ball set at the X. Victor is going to start with a 5-4 lead with the final 12 minutes of play here to go, and here we go. Scramble for the ball, and Victor's going to take control. Jack LaRue came up with it off of the loose ball, and now they're going to settle in behind the net. Nico Nicolella back there, looking to set up the offense. He passes off to Cam Hay. Taking their time. And here comes Hay. Spinning behind the net. Looking for a pass. He sees Patrick Carosi in the middle, but he was guarded, and that's going to be a turnover as Pittsford pushes the ball up. They may have an opportunity here. But Alec Russell stands that up, and Pittsford will back the ball out and get their offense set up.
Every time one of those long poles clears the ball, their eyes get real big. They want to go to goal, but that was a smart decision to pull it back out.
Absolutely. There's a turnover again in front. Here comes Victor.
Yeah, that was a big play on defense, too, because there was a Pittsford player in front of the goal open with too many sticks in the way for Victor.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Cordell Jackson. I believe that he intercepted that pass, then scooped up the loose ball and was able to clear it. It was a heck of a play. Down low, wide open, was Nico Nicolella, but he didn't take the shot for some reason. Setting up behind the net, there's a shot by Joey Pezzamenti that went wide, and Nico Nicolella has the ball again. Gets back out up top, and Patrick Carosi is going to move it around to the left-hand side. Now back behind the net to Nico. Back out to Shane Newell and around to Carosi. Victor looking for some space to work down low. Ball tipped in front. Loose ball on the ground. And Pittsford's going to come away with it. Patrick Santa picking up the loose ball there. Oh, and Pittsford almost turned it over again as they try to get their offense set up. Tom Alaris now slowing things down. Looking to his sideline as the subs come in. And here come the Panthers. Ben DiGiovanni and Brujo over on the left side, spinning, working, trying to get a shot off, but nice defense there by Victor to turn him back. There's a stick up in his face and no call there. Tom Alaris now up top, down low, and there's a goal. Boy, a great pass by Tom Alaris, and Pittsford converts to tie it up again, 5-5. With 8:43 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Man, back and forth we go. This is what we wanted to see, and this game is living up to its billing.
Well, we wanted it. We're getting it. Ryan Dumont with the goal to tie it up at 5 with 8:43 left to play here under the lights at Victor High School. Face off again. Ref setting the ball as we get ready to go. Battle for it at the X. Still a loose ball. Scramble for it. Everybody working hard down there. Who's going to come up with the loose ball? Still on the ground. And it's going to be Victor.
Yeah, hard-fought ground ball right there.
Great job by Jack LaRue finally coming up with that ball. It was a lot of bodies going down to the ground. A nice pass out front. Couldn't handle it, but Victor's going to keep possession. Patrick Carosi scooped it up top. And now Joey Pezzamenti taking his time as Victor brings in its offensive players. Pezzamenti has been able to make some things happen for this Victor offense, and he looks like he's got that on his mind right now. Pass down low. Quick shot. And we had a whistle there. It's going to be...
Do we have a flag down?
Pittsford ball. I don't see a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag in that far corner.
Okay.
Penalty being assessed to Pittsburgh.
So Pittsford penalty. So Victor is going to have the man advantage here with 7:45 left to go, and we got a tie ball game. So this could be a huge opportunity for the Blue Devils as they get set out to the left-hand side up top now. Victor moving the ball around the perimeter. Back behind again. Joey Pezzamenti out front, up top, working. And the shot is going to bounce high over the net and out. And Victor will retain possession. 7:22 left to go in the game here. Tie ball game. There's Pezzamenti around behind the net, and he scores.
Yeah, that was a classic Joey Pezzamenti move right there, making his way around, turning the corner, and sliding that one in.
6-5 with 7:16 left to go in the game, and Pezzamenti seemed like he had it on his mind that he was going to make something happen there right from the beginning of that possession.
Yeah, we look at Joey's numbers from last year, 32 goals, 34 assists, 66 total points, so he is definitely a focal point of this offense.
Scored by number 19, Joey Pezzamenti.
So 7:16 left to go. Victor up 6-5, taking the lead on a Joey Pezzamenti goal. Loose ball off the draw. And Pittsford looked like they had it, but the Blue Devils come away with it. Pittsford pressuring. But here comes big Sutton Bolin, and we've got a whistle again.
I think
timeout.
I think we're going to have a timeout by Coach Andre. You could hear him. He was
I'm
ready
not,
for it.
I'm not sure if he had a good look at the run that his big guy Sutton Bolin had at the goal there, but he stopped him in his tracks, unfortunately. Boy, he's for a big kid, he has some speed. He got down that left side, and as I mentioned before, Jim Andre calls him the best defensive player in Section 5. We're talking about Sutton Bolin. He's a senior, and he's headed to Penn State, Joel.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. And, last year this Victor team had him as well as two other all-Greater Rochester defenders. So he's the last man standing. So he's got, some responsibility, and he's playing a heck of a game. He's a great player.
Yeah, I would say his defensive unit and his goalie have done a great job tonight. So, timeout. 6:56 left to play in the game with the slimmest of leads, 6-5. And I don't expect anything different as we go down the stretch here. I don't see either one of these teams pulling away from each other.
No. This is setting up for a great finish, as we expected. 6-5, 7 minutes to go. This is probably going to come down to the final possession.
We would love that to happen. If you're a Victor fan or a Pittsford fan, I'm sure you don't want it to happen, but we would love it to happen.
Or a coach.
Or an athletic director, as I look down the table here.
That's right. Once again, we want to thank everybody for joining us on our inaugural Section 5 lacrosse live stream. Varsity Media, we're glad everybody's here enjoying tonight's game, and look forward to the rest of the season. Some great lacrosse games coming up.
So we'll get ready to start again here as the refs get ready to blow the whistle to begin play. Joey Pezzamenti starts with the ball. Victor up top. He's going to pull it out and look to get things set up here. We'll see what kind of play the Blue Devils come away with their timeout with. Pezzamenti calling for some movement down low. Nice move around, moves to the left hand. Scooped that ball around his defender, but he doesn't have much room there. Down to the right-hand side, there's a shot that goes wide, high and wide, and Victor will keep possession with 6:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Blue Devils up 6-5 here. Got a player down on the field right now. Looks like maybe a cramp. So we got a stoppage in play. Trying to get that number right now.
Looks like 17.
That'd be Michael Moschetti. Nope, I'm sorry. Number 13. Patrick Santa. And he's going to come off the field. Looks like he's okay. Looks like he just cramped up a bit. In this warm weather that we're having here, upper 40s around here is like a heat wave. So it's not shocking that kids are cramping up.
Yeah, this is unseasonably high weather for this time of year for lacrosse season. So we'll take it.
Unfortunately, it's seasonably high weather.
Yeah.
All right, here we go again. 6:12 left to go. Victor up 6-5, and with possession of the ball, Cam Hay setting up behind the net. Moving around the left side. Out front to Patrick Carosi, and he fires one wide.
That's a great feed by
Boy, he
Hay.
had a good look
Yeah.
there. Had a really good look from Cam Hay. Blue Devils keep possession. Working the ball behind the net. Joey Pezzamenti again. Looks like he's going to try and make a run here. Got a pick alongside of the net. He brings it out of the left-hand side. Working his defender to make a little room. A nice pass.
Oh.
And off the post.
Unlucky
Boy, that was
there.
a big shot by Nico Nicolella, and it just rung off the far post down low. Victor hangs onto the ball, though. Alec Russell setting up top now. Loose ball. They turn it over, and Pittsford is going to keep possession here and try to clear. A nice run there by Michael Moschetti, who just came back in. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He wasn't the one who went out. I thought he was originally. But nice run there by Michael. And Pittsford sets up now. We're under 5 minutes left to play. The Panthers down by 1. And they're going to look for an opportunity to try and tie the game up here. Keeping the ball up top in Bruges now. Pushing down the alley. He gets turned away. Sends it back across. Dangerous pass that got away. And that is going to be a turnover by Pittsford. And Victor is going to take possession. Boy, that was a big opportunity lost there, Joel.
Yeah, that's a tough turnover right there when possessions are limited now with 4:16 to go here in this final period. You want to take advantage of every possession you can.
And that pass by Bruges was just off the stick, but just enough to turn it over, and Victor is handing it back to him.
Yeah, just like that. So good
Boy.
break there for Pittsford.
Huge break. Here come the Panthers now again. Down low. Up top in Bruges. Working. He's going to settle things down. Tom Alaris. Calling a play maybe. Now he's going to push down the right side. Cuts to the middle. Not finding much room there at all. In Bruges.
Oh, what a
What
shot.
a shot in Bruges. Just down low. And he sneaks it into the left-hand corner to tie this one up. 6-6 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. I didn't expect to see a shot there, and I'm guessing that Liam Haler didn't expect it either.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that one. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. That was so low and just right on point to find the back of the net. Great shot by Sonny and Bergia.
And a clutch goal by Sonny and Bruges. They needed that. It looked like maybe they had just shot themselves in the foot, turning the ball over about a minute before that, 30 seconds before that, and they got the ball back on a Victor turnover, and then they cashed it in. Off the faceoff now. Victor is going to control again. Joey Pezzamenti on the left-hand side. Looking to attack. Moves into the middle. He's being double-teamed right now, so he doesn't have very much room either. Victor settling things down. Don't seem to be in any rush.
Got to think at some point they're going to try to get the
Alec
ball
Russell.
behind the X to Pezzamenti, give him a one-on-one.
I would think so. Back to Carosi. Over to Russell. Back to Carosi. Swinging around up top right now. Looking for an opening. Those have been hard to come by tonight.
Yeah.
And there's the ball behind the net. Back out to Russell. Pezzamenti on the left-hand side. I can't see his eyes, but I got a feeling there's a look at him.
I have a feeling he's going to walk this one back. So 2:20 to go here. Final period of play, all tied up at 6.
Connor Thornton draws the duty to guard Pezzamenti. And here he comes. breaking down the right, but he lost the ball. Thornton was able to strip that ball away from him, and Pittsford comes up with it. Boy, great play by Thornton there. I think he might have just got a little piece of the stick to knock that ball loose. Oh, and Pittsford turns it over again.
So a huge play by the defense, and then just unfortunately turned the ball over, so it's going right back to Victor.
Unforced error. He was all by himself, and they turned that one over. And another turnover there. They're not going to call anything. Victor looking for a penalty, but they're not going to get it. Thought maybe it might have been a cross-check. Loose ball.
Right back to Victor again.
Yep, things getting a little sloppy here as we're under 2 minutes left to play. 1:28 left to go, and Jim Andre is going to take a timeout, get his guys settled down a little bit to maybe make one more run at a possible game-winning goal. So 1:28 left to go. 6-6. Victor and Pittsford just playing an absolute classic defensive game.
Yeah, this is good shots have been tough to come by. The defense has been stout on both sides, as we expected, and great goalie play. And here we are, tied at 6 with 1:28 to go.
I thought maybe I jinxed us about 6 minutes ago when I said when it was tied at 5-5, I believe it was, and I said I don't expect anything but this to be the same thing all the way down, and nobody's going to run away with this. And boy, I was right. Every once in a while, I'm right. Joel. Every once in a while.
You just had a feeling it was going to come down to something like this. Final possession. Victor for sure is going to try to hold on to this for one last shot. I'm sure the Pittsford defense is going to have something to say about it too.
As we get ready to play the last 1:28 of regulation here, we want to remind you that tonight's high school lacrosse on Varsity Media is sponsored by O'Brien's Barbershop in Victor. For a great cut and great conversation, come on down to see Billy O'Brien at O'Brien's Barbershop at 17 East Main Street in the village of Victor. As the teams get ready to come back onto the field here, 1:28 left to play, 6-6. Victor will have possession. Jim Andre getting his guys together over on the sideline. I'm sure calling a play or a couple of plays, telling them exactly what he wants from them. Barking out orders over there, talking to his guys. And here we go. Pushing the ball behind the net. Going to take it down. Joey Pezzamenti. Looking to make a move, spins, gets knocked down, gets back on his feet and keeps possession. Thornton got him down to the ground there, but Pezzamenti spinning down low, and he scores! A great diving goal by Joey Pezzamenti. He has just taken this game over tonight, and he gives Victor a 7-6 lead with 1 minute left to go in the game. We've also got a flag down. My guess is that it's some type of cross-check against Joey Pezzamenti as he stayed low and was able to dive and get that ball past Catalano for the go-ahead goal with a minute left to go here.
Yeah, that was just a great individual move. Just used his body and just powered his way to the goal and got that one in. That's something you've seen a lot from Joey over the last couple of years.
And he's a junior.
That's right.
And he's put this team on his back tonight offensively and just decided that he was going to take it to him, and he did a great job there. 1 minute left to go. Victor up 7-6. A critical face-off here right now. Let's see what happens. Regan Enders and the refs are going to award Victor the ball there. Didn't like something that Daniel Maggio did. And the Blue Devils pushing it up the right-hand side now. Under a minute to go, 50 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a big face-off win.
Huge face-off win. And Victor can essentially kill the clock at this point. Pezzamenti behind the net. So Pittsford is forced to play some aggressive defense here. Going to have to double-team the ball, triple-team the ball where they can. Pezzamenti working behind the net. Scoops it out. Now Victor up top. Cam Hay taking a couple of hits there, keeping possession. Nice job there. And there is a timeout. Timeout by Victor. No, I'm sorry. A turnover.
Oh, he stepped out, yeah.
He stepped out of bounds. All right, so Pittsford's going to have one last
Here
shot
we go.
here. 13 seconds left to go, and I am guessing, yes, we got a timeout. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a timeout by
Timeout
Pittsford.
by Pittsford.
Good decision by Coach Whipple with we're adjusting the scoreboard here. 9 seconds to go, but that was a big break, pushing Victor outside the box and getting the ball back.
Timeout, Pittsford.
Yeah, that was actually a heck of a play by Pittsford to get possession of the ball back. So 9.2 left. Pittsford down by 1. Victor up 7-6. Pittsford with the ball, and you need a goal here to send it into overtime.
We couldn't have picked a better way to end this game, too. I mean, we talked about what a great way to start the season with Victor Pittsford, and now here we are with they're actually adjusting the clock a little bit. 12 seconds to go. 13 seconds, I think they're going to put on here. So 13 seconds to go. Down by 1 with the ball. This is a big chance here for Pittsford.
We've had goals scored in 7 seconds and less than 8. So 13 is an eternity in this game. So Pittsford is going to get a good look, I'm sure, one way or the other. And we'll see what Victor comes up with at the defensive end. But Pittsford is going to get an opportunity to tie this game up. Victor leading 7-6 with 13 seconds left to go. Players coming back onto the field. And here we go, folks. Hang on for the last 13 seconds. We're going to see how it unfolds. Looks like Tom Alaris is going to start with the ball up top. And there the ref winds it. Here we go. Pittsford pushing it down low. Oh, an errant pass. Loose ball. Victor's going to send it the length of the field. No, I'm sorry. And now they send it the length of the field, and that's going to do it. So 7-6, Victor hangs on for the win against Pittsford tonight. A heck of a game, Joel. Two teams that I'm sure are going to just get better as the season goes on, but they put on a heck of a game for us here tonight. And Victor hangs on for a 1-goal lead, 7-6.
Yeah, that was everything we could have hoped for. And, Victor, they just find ways to pull these games out. And even with new faces, they off to a great start already. 1-0. It's always good to start the season 1-0. It's a long season for sure, but you get that first one over, big rival in Pittsford. That's got to make these kids feel pretty good. Yeah, that's a huge win, and for Pittsford, I think they're gonna come away with some positive things here too. Oh, absolutely.
Victor is obviously one of the top teams. Forget about Class A and Class B here. They're one of the top teams in our area, and so is Pittsford, and that's the way this game went tonight. It could have gone either way. So Pittsford's got a lot of good things to look forward to in this season as well. But Victor comes away with the win, 7-6 the final. And Jim Andre, with his new yellow helmets, is 1-0. They won't be going back to any blue helmets, I'm sure, at this point. Yellow is it. Yellow is it for the Victor Blue Devils. As we get ready to say goodnight.
Yeah, just want to thank everybody once again for joining us for the first broadcast of the season, first of 15. You got to witness a great game to start off the season. Big win, 7-6 for Victor as they start off 1-0. And as Ray mentioned, Pittsford played really well, and they're going to be a force in Class A.
Yep, and we're going to see more of both of these teams as we go down our schedule, and we look forward to bringing you those games as we move forward in the season. So we wrap things up here, Joel. For Joel Belthazer, I'm Ray Sullivan. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Thursday night right back here at Victor. Good night, everybody.